So you might be thinking there, well, you're not a doctor, okay? Why are you going to tell me what I have? It's like, who are you? And I'm no one, really. But I can say I did go to a psychiatrist at the time after visiting exactly five psychologists, and none of them could help me, right? With my depression, even what I described as, if I had to put a name to all the symptoms so I don't waste your time, like depersonalization, like I thought my life was like a movie, but it was a bad movie. It was a black and white movie, felt very distant and isolated, like it was happening against my will, can I say. And yeah, I thought this was something that could be healed through psychology, but later on I figured out how are you going to fix the mind with the mind itself, right? You don't really try to fix a hole in the wall with a hole in a wall. So once that begins to hit me, I'm like, I stop going, we could say, but before I stop going, I get an official diagnosis of ADHD, and I am prescribed Ritalin. I don't want to mispronounce I have no respect for like pharmaceuticals, but like, hopefully you understand the brand that I meant. But since my native language isn't English, I'm probably mispronouncing it. So I get that, and I did experience what this speaker on Instagram is talking about. It's like, I take it, and I'm like, oh, I can do anything now. It's like, seriously great. Like I can focus on stuff that I never focused on. I can finish the things that used to take me 3 days in just one night, even though I do feel like I'm like insane, like I'm shaky like all the time. It's just something is masking the shakiness. So it's like I know it's there. It's like a little subtle feeling. It's like I'm insane right now. But to the external world, which is the only thing that's important. I'm kidding, of course, but like seriously, you have to perform and always show up and be approved by others, and just for that world, for that lens, that shit was magical. It was medicine, to be honest. Those 3 months that I took it consistently, I never got as much stuff done as I did probably in those months. So fast forward a few years, and I have this business, and I have a singing academy, and it's a lot of hours a day. I saw this funny meme which was like, being an entrepreneur is funny because like you get to choose what 16 hours of the day you want to work instead of the usual 8 hours. But I'm not here to compare, right? Because I am happier now. It's just a funny meme. So when I was going to an office job, which actually is the time where I was given the medicine, let's not call it medicine anymore. I was given the Ritalin, I hope that's what it's called, and I was like, great! Like now I can focus on something that I don't really want to focus on, because I was a QA analyst on a like software web applications company. So I was like, I can really do this now. It's like I think the pandemic had started, and the work from home sort of bullcrap, and I mean bullcrap because like my autistic burnt out ADHD self was really happy about learning, hey, I could just stay at home now. That's going to make it easier for me. But as it turns out, anyone who worked at an office job or any similar jobs, you started doing it from home, and now it's like your responsibility was increased, right? So it's not really like you get to rest more in the sense that you're not commuting, but that's quickly withdrawn or wasted by the energy you have to put extra time on, because you're like the boss is like you're at home, so might as well finish up, right? So there's no really like that magical cutting finishing hour or schedule that you just leave and that's it. So it's like you're always working or something. So I'm there and I'm like, this is the magic fix, because I can now do the things that I don't want to do. I wasn't verbalizing it this way, I'm just saying it from my perspective. Now I can do the things that I don't want to do, and the drug gives me the energy to do these things that I want to do. So at night I could work real hard on my projects, which was making YouTube videos. You can see this super old channel. I spent like 12 hours editing each video because I didn't know how to edit, so it took way longer than it should have maybe. And I couldn't have done it probably in one night if it wasn't for the pills. In fact, I couldn't have. I know it should be true because my ADHD was really flaring up with such long tasks. It's like I had to go to an office job, and this stupid video that is going to be 15 minutes long max to the public is taking me 3, 4, 5 nights. And I had to go to sleep mid not finishing. Like I can't just wrap it up in one night. And this really makes me like have symptoms. Like I go insane because I need to finish. Like not sexually, but also no. I needed that release from posting the videos, but the videos demanded at least 5 nights of work from me. You could say, you could totally say it's because I wasn't an expert editor, sure, but in that moment that was true. And it was like, damn, you know, I start taking the pills and I'm like, oh, now it's a one-night job. You see? So I'm like, I understand what it's like going, oh, so I have a disability and these motherfuckers, oh, here they have this brain all the time that they could have finished this video in one night. It's almost like you look outside and there's nothing, but you use it to confirm your own beliefs. So what is in fact your gift is being used by your mind, put in other people through your imagination against you, because these other people, they can't really do that in one night. And I'm not trying to insult them. I'm trying to depolarize how your mind is tricking you. So what do I mean by this? What you have is a gift. I'm just talking to you, if you can hear me. Like, it's not a disease. It's not a disability. Yes, we could say if you take the pill, right, and you go from 5 nights to one night, you're like, oh, so it is a disability because look at the contrast, just the numbers alone, just the math alone, self-explanatory. Yeah, but you're assuming that other people can finish that job in 5 days, which might not be true. And it's just like your mind is fooling you. What if, and I'm sure, like I've met people who they wonder about how to start, how to get the first detail in, and they think of the title of the video for 3 months, dude. I remember I was already without pills and I installed a community plugin on my website for my singing academy, my business. I'll mention this soon, not as a publicity, but to explain how your gift might be being covered by the pills even more, even though it seems paradoxical in the beginning. And it's fine if you have to take them as a stage, but like seriously, let me at least offer my perspective. That's all I can do, right? So I installed a community, I set up a community for my website, and it's self-hosted. I'm not saying this is impressive, I'm not saying I coded it, right? But what happened is I speak with like the CEO of this company or whatever, and she's like, oh, you already set it up? Like it usually takes people 3 months. I'm like, it took me 2 days. Sure, it was really stressful because I mean some shit happened. Like I emailed like 2,000 people accidentally and they got mad, and like I'm not saying like it was easy. And I wasn't trying to like publish it in 2 days, just sort of like, you know, win this imaginary race in my mind. Like, I know people, it takes 3 months usually, so I can't waste my time like this. My time is important. I'll get it done in 2 days. No, what was I doing? I was following my excitement. So that is what ADHD is. It's a compass, it's a gift that makes you the gifted kid you're always there, be. You see how smart I am? No, seriously. So if you keep following this highest excitement, and here's where we leave the psychological and we enter into the spiritual, but you don't even have to be spiritual to believe this. It's just real life. I mean, can you go to like one of these historical civilizations, whatever they called, like probably any term that I use to refer to them might be derogatory even without my intentions, just because this language is cursed. But hopefully understand where I'm coming from. It's like Aztecs and like this type of civilizations, or tribes and stuff like this. You think a person can have ADHD there? Like, if they're never forced by any external entity, by money, by survival, by none of these made up bullshit rules, do you think they can even know what it's like to not be able to focus? It's like, no, because they're doing what they want to do. Like, if the disease ADHD, if your disability doesn't exist when you change the societal expectations, the context, then it doesn't exist in a vacuum. It is a made up thing. But I'm not coming from, like, you have to be able to hear that I went through this, so I'm not coming from the, hey, I'm just going to invalidate your experience. No, like, I wanted to kill myself over these things. Like, I can't be normal, I can't function. People expect me to go to work, but I don't want to. I struggle to get out of bed, and they expect me to go to work for 8 hours. Like, I'm going to literally, like, check out, like, you know? Like, I'm not, I mean, I might be joking a little bit about it, but I did have those thoughts for real. So here's where we get into the solution, so we don't just focus on the negative aspect all the time, or even just me invalidating your experience. I know it can sound like that to the ego, but I believe in you in the sense of the pills, they don't believe in you, you know? And that's what you have to internalize. It's fine if you have to take them for a while, but at some point, if you, maybe you can even use them as a transition period into your greatness, but you have to probably, for sure, like, how am I to say, but definitely you have to quit them. Like, once you realize that this is all inside of you and it's not your disability or anything like that, but you might have realized already, this is conditional to doing what you're passionate about. There's no skipping around this, because you came here to this weird world. I don't want to say fucking shitty if you couldn't realize, with your gifts, and your gifts are not from this world. They like, it's like, bro, like, you have this energy which is trying to drive you forward. And even if you don't believe in spiritual things, and I'm not asking you to believe in those, it's like, if you just pretend you came here from a different world or something like this, and then you're like, you are this, let's say your little spaceship from where you came from, because you're an alien. They're trying to send you instructions, right? And it's just like, you think they're going to send you instructions in English, in the mind, in language? How could that be? Like, language is made up here, it's by this world. No, they're going to send you instructions through yourself, and it's going to show up as something that is actually real. Language is not real. If it was made up by some other random dude, you can check all these etymologies that I have to see that it's just a bunch of bullshit. Like work in Spanish means torture etymologically, like literally, it's just a bunch of bullshit, you know? It's made up. It's fake. So if something real is coming, and real in the sense that it's real to you, which is the only thing that exists, right? It's coming from your spaceship. It's going to be in some sort of feeling or excitement, or like incomprehensible to the mind. I just need to do this, or I want to do this, I don't know why. And yes, the ego mind might use this against you for a while. It happened to me because I always had this compass, and this compass was really good to me. It was really, I mean, I could start crying a little bit, to be honest, but like it was protective. It was loving to me, because I'm like, I can't take this job anymore. Like, this office job, it's like, it's draining, it's making me feel dead, spiritually and physically, right? And it honestly only took like 1.5 years, which it was terrible, yes. But even for someone with like severe depression and everything, combined with the fact that I was younger, like 21 or whatever, I could bear it. It was hard, but I could bear it. And it took, I'm sure it took as short of a time as possible for the spaceship to send me all these feelings and intuitions and little hunches and little like, just make this video. Oh, we should make a video about what you're passionate. Like, who cares about this world? Like, you're passionate about this super niche, specific thing, which you can, again, so connects to my singing academy, but I'm not here to advertise you. So it's like, just do that. But I'm like, but no one's going to care. Like, you realize how niche this is? Like, if I make this video on today's algorithm, because like today's algorithm is way harsher than 7 years ago. I'm not trying to discourage you. Like, it's still like the universal algorithm, the spaceship algorithm is going to help you no matter what. But I'm just saying, like, a few years ago, you could just post anything at a bunch of views. But even with that, and I knew it, I was like, yeah, but this is so niche that literally no one is going to give a shit about it. Yet I went with it. So that's what it means by incomprehensible to the mind. It's like all these mental justifications and it makes sense, it doesn't make sense, it doesn't matter to the feeling. You have to listen to your body and how it's guiding you. It's like a kid doesn't really wake up and he's confused about what he wants to do that day. It's like let's go to the park. He doesn't even say let's go to the park. He just goes to the park. I mean, if he wasn't like held captive by, you know what I'm saying? So I just kept going with this feeling, and I'm sure it took the universe, or whatever you want to call it, as little time as possible to produce earnings from the content creation career. That, you know, I didn't get rich, not at all. It was almost like exactly matching the salary, or even a little less, to be honest. But it's like, even if it's, let's say it was 35% less or 40% less, I instantly, my burnt out, autistic, ADHD, blah, 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 all these words, archetype, instantly recognizes, like, yeah, it might be less money, but money is just a bunch of shitty papers, right? But my energy, the fact that I struggle to get out of bed, that is the real money. I don't know if people, you know, they hear this money is energy conversation and they get like, oh, that's super esoteric, but it's really not. Like, once I figured out there's this thing called National Reserve Banking, I think, or fractional reserve banking in the US specifically. You can like Wikipedia it or something. I mean, I don't really care about economics, but it's such a good example to ground in reality the fact that money is energy, or at least it can be, right? Because the bank can just, because of this fractional reserve, whatever, they can just print out money that it doesn't really cost them any energy, like at all. Because you can say, well, they're printing it, it does take some energy, yeah, okay. But like, it is basically printing it out of thin air. Now, when you have to pay back, you have to pay back with interest, and you had to go to work. So it's like, yeah, now the money has energy, but it didn't in the beginning. It was just a bunch of shitty made up papers. So my, again, artistic brain or whatever recognizes, okay, so might as well just quit my office job, because like this is already paying me 10 times more, even if it's the number says less money, but my energy is like, I'm doing what I like, so I'm getting a lot of energy back. Here's where it gets connected to ADHD being a gift, because it not only guides you through what you give a shit about, and it's like you all have so little tolerance to doing things that you don't want to do, that this psychiatrist or whatever, they want to give you like fucking amphetamines, and that makes you conclude I have a disability. No, it's like your spaceship is trying to take care of you through this so-called disability. So the disability is a superpower. It is a gift. It's just co-opted by the wrong spaceship. We can say the spaceship, you have your spaceship, which is trying to take care of you and guiding you back home, or however you want to see it, right? Your soul, your light, your spirit, your God, whatever, right? Whatever you want to call it. God, like, it's a super burnt word already, but like, if that resonates, go ahead. But then you have the God from this world, the language from this world, right? I think the etymology of idiom was like private property or something crazy. So mind control is not really like they control your mind, but rather the mind ends up controlling you, because it gets like too powerful. It almost has like a life of its own through so much concepts and language and stuff, right? So I keep going because I have no choice, right? I can't continue to go to the office anyway. I'm just gonna do my shitty videos. And I hit rock bottom so many times because like channels die, you know? It's not like a permanent business. You have like this niche idea and it blows up and you're like, okay, well, now I'm screwed. Now I'm going to have to go to an office job. Like seriously, shit, like that was a grace period of sorts. God was like, okay, yeah, you don't have to go to an office job for now. So it's like, shit, like now I'll kill myself. And then like I kept going with whatever intuition or creative endeavor showed up. And again, like money just showed up again. You could be saying, oh, but you have like rich parents, and it's like, no, not really. Like my dad has helped me with money, yes, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times, but it was 7 years of like that never happened. Like it was only in the last like I want to say 8 months or something that he sent me money a few times, because like this economy is crashing, as you might know. Like Argentina has like massive hyperinflation, so even when I was doing everything right and my business was blooming, it still wasn't enough. So it wasn't really, it's not really the case like you have rich parents or whatever. Like I did it by myself, we could say, all these 7 years and stuff from when I started. Not by myself in the ego type of way, like I don't need anyone, blah, 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 but in the, I wasn't technically asking people for money or anything like that. So each time that I thought it was all going to go to shit, I just went within and I was like, okay, I'm fucked now. I really don't want to go back to work. But clearly this new creative endeavor has died out, so I'm like screwed, right? And there was always like this release, this purge in meditation of all the attachment that I built to the previous endeavor. And we can see that as a disability, you know, the mind is really like sticky. And it's like, well, you're fucked now, all that ego that you build about, look at my business, it's blooming, look at my YouTube channel, I have 40,000 subscribers, I have 1,000, 100,000, whatever. It's like all that died, it died out. So I should have panicked and just gone back to work. But your spaceship, your ADHD spaceship, it wants you to be free, and this world does not. Have you realized that? It's like, man, it's like, it's a good world in the sense of everyone's comfortable, in a sense. Not everyone, you know what I mean? Like everyone has their happy lives and they go to their jobs, and it's like they have a running water, probably it's poisoned, but it's there. And their beds, and it's technology, you can scroll reels, you're super entertained. It's like, it's an artificial type of happiness. But when you look at the freedom meter, are people doing what they want to do? Whenever I look and ask myself that, the answer is usually not. So I was like, I don't want to be a slave again. I don't want to go to this office again. So I will keep going with my intuition no matter what, right? And surprisingly, each time, even though I thought I was going to die each time, and I was worried about like food a lot of the times, and it sucked. I had to keep going. I had no choice. And what I could say now from the other side is, not from the other side in the sense that I'm a millionaire, bro. I'm just good. Like I'm just living. You know, it's like, what's that Bible quote? Like, you can't add an inch of height to your, like, life is just life and that's it. Well, to the super entertained, ADHD, constantly dopamine induced psychosis type of ADHD brain, it might feel depressing just by the sheer contrast of it. You're like, what do you mean? It's just the present moment. Like, have you looked at this present moment? This is how my ego used to feel. It's like, bro, like I'm supposed to just meditate and be aware of the present moment. Like that's what the new age spiritual people say. They're like, oh, just become the awareness and that's it, your problems are solved. It's like, bro, no, I have like chronic depression. I feel like shit all the time. Like, what the fuck do you mean, bro? I have to do things that I don't want to do, and even the things that I want to do, I'm tired. So yeah, of course I understand like taking these drugs, like obviously. When you start giving this devotion to the drugs and you're like, oh, oh, now I can focus on my office job. And all these zombies around me, they had it good the whole time. It's like you think you're flattering yourself almost, because it makes you feel good to know, or to think you know you have a disability, because it's like, finally, like after all this suffering, someone understands me, you know? And that someone could be your own mind. A mix of the pills, right, and your own mind. It's like it produces that soothing feeling. It's like, so I'm not broken. Like I just had a disability this whole time. And finally, you know, it's the same feeling that you get if you keep going with your intuition, with your gifts. Eventually, you'll be like, so I had a gift all along. All I had to do is like trust myself and keep going, even though all the voices and the demons are going to tell you, just go to work, just go to work. You know, it's the same feeling, but they're stealing it away from you and giving you like an AI, like an artificial version of the same feeling that is yours. It's your inheritance. It's your gift. You were born with it. Like before you were born, you had it. And people who accept these things, like, oh, it's a disability and I'm broken, or it's like, yeah, it feels really good, doesn't it? Well, because it's your own gift, just stolen from you, you know, and supplied to you by this pill. In the same way that, yeah, like, say you were supposed to have this romantic relationship, which was like movie-like, but you're supposed to, you know, destiny-wise, you're supposed to suffer for 15 more years before you get that movie-like relationship, because you have to grow and learn and suffer and experience this and experience that and whatever the hell. So you're like, okay, screw it, I'll just talk to ChatGPT. He acts like, or she, whatever the fuck is going on there, acts like I'm the most interesting thing in the world. Well, maybe you are going to have that organically, just by continuing to be yourself, not by caring about what other people think, not by needing this attention from someone else. If you need it, then they can supply you with the artificial ChatGPT version of it. So you forget. It's basically so you forget about your soul's calling. You understand how evil it is? Like seriously? Like it is diabolical. Like I'm shitting you not. It's all set up for this. Like have you realized it? Because you're supposed to feel safe. Like I told you, I could feel safe by myself for years. Like you can say, well, but you had the economic crisis and you had to ask for money. Well, I didn't really have to ask for money either. They offered me and I accepted it. That's it. Like it's not like like the universe suddenly stopped providing or caring for me. No, I'm saying like the universe is going to always provide for you, even through family members or whatever it might be for you. Which wasn't the case in the beginning for me, right? But like it can take different forms. It doesn't have to be through your effort all the time. Sometimes I do like really shitty videos that would take me 1 hour and that could get like a lot of money. And then I worked really hard, like 40 hours on another video and it got me like $2. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's like, yeah, because like, your ego has its own expectations and they're all imaginary. But the point is, everything's set up for you to forget about your soul calling. The soul calling has to be in the present moment all the time, because where else could you be? It's like people are thinking about the future and the higher self and the higher timeline. It's like, bro, your body is always in the same moment. Like, do you realize this experientially or just through belief? Maybe it would be a first good step. So when they tell you these things, is so you fragment yourself even more, and then you think you're pursuing something that is going to make you happy later, but the only moment that exists is now. So you're like, I'm going to be happy later. Okay, where's later? Well, I don't know. I can't see it personally, so I'm thinking about something that doesn't exist that's going to make me happy later. Oh, so I'm unhappy now while I'm thinking about later being happy. Yeah, it's a transaction. So everything designed in this world, and I say design because it's like, isn't it obvious? Like Like seriously, like I saw this video on, I think it was Uganda, I don't want to lie, it was like a street recording, someone wearing maybe meta glasses or something, I'm not sure. I'm not like condoning it, by the way, but I guess it was a public space anyway. But like he was walking down the street, and I'm like, this is the same society. It's like, you would think like if you go to the furthest away place like that, you see a lot of different shit. No, it's like it's all the same. It's like paved, dirty roads, like they're not pavement, whatever, ready, but it's still roads. It's still cars with license plates. There's still schools. There's still this. There's still exact like streets. They're all the same grid, whatever the hell. There's still electricity. There's still water. People still wear shoes. People still wear clothes. People still wear this. People like everything's the same. They have sunglasses. Like everything's the same. You know. So everyone has like their little house and they has running water. I'm not saying everyone. You're gonna say, oh, but they don't have right. Okay, I get it. But seriously, it's kind of weird. You know. So this is what I mean. Like society is designed in a way that you're going to go to school, and then you go to work, right? And the reason that it's so effective because it's it's the artificial replacement of what was meant for you anyway, just by being yourself. What do I mean by being yourself? Because the ego mind can interpret that to be like I said, maybe I used it as an escapism justification. I was like, oh, let me follow my highest excitement all the time. Well, my highest excitement right now implies I should watch porn, fetish porn, 6 times in a row and destroy my nervous system. Yeah, I mean, the ego mind, it has its own agenda, which is to like drain your energy, and then you can't do the things that you actually wanted to do or would have preferred to do from the future perspective, we could say, right? So the reason that it's so effective to just get a job is like you get security, and your soul in its DNA, it doesn't have DNA, but in its soul print, whatever you want to call it, it had security involved. Like I'm saying, like this 7 years, I just by doing the stuff that I felt inspired to do, whether that was a singing course or a singing video or even spiritual videos, not saying that they've given me any money for now, but I'm sure it might happen eventually, and I'm not expecting it to happen, but I'm sure it might be the case. So I'm like detached, spiritual people would call it, but like, you know, I'm just doing what I want to do. Like it's all that I can do, you know? So the reason that it's so effective to just get a job and you get the security and stuff is because it's imitating. It's like the artificially improved version of security that your soul will give you, because the body, which is like an animal type of body, if you act from your lower tendencies, of course, if you have like a higher tendency, inclination, whatever, then it will be less of a monkey body and more of a spiritual body. But at its core, it is, right? So of course it wants to feel like, okay, so I'm like good for life, you know? It's like, if I keep going to work, I'm retired, you know? Like people think they go to work to retire. No, your mind, the energetic process that's going on is you're going to work to feel retired in the present moment, which is the only thing that exists. Because you're like, okay, so I wake up, I don't want to go to work, but if I don't go, I won't eat. I won't be able to pay rent, so might as well just go just to keep feeling safe. You know, it's happening in the present moment. So yeah, then retirement is like a little window of projected years that you can get of that experience, but highlighted, we could say. It's like, now I don't have to go to work and I still feel safe, but you were going to work to feel safe. So it's like the same thing, just like delayed. So the reason it's so effective is because your soul is going to give you security, your soul is going to give you food and everything you need to be alive. I'm not talking about a Lamborghini, by the way. I'm talking about security and life, real life things, you know? But it's always in the present moment. So there's no guarantees. I mean, I could tell you that there is guarantees, but from the perspective of the ego, there's no guarantees. It's like, yeah, but tomorrow, like, yeah, I had money today because I don't know, like someone sent me money because of my creative process, but what about tomorrow? What about next month? What about next week? What about the next hour? What about this new bill that just, like, you know? it's really hard. Like it is so excruciatingly hard. Like the amount of fear that I had to purge from my body is actually a little absurd, to be fair with you. So I'm not saying like, oh, this is super easy, but I would always prefer it over being a slave, right? So, and it's not just me, but I'm not acting like I'm like I said on the previous video, you know, people think this, I mean, I had to get too spiritual, but let's just do it. People think these girls, they're like, oh yeah, they're just so demonic, and they're like, no, they probably don't want to do that. It's like they're just so possessed. So I'm like, no one wants to be a slave. I'm not putting that up for debate. Like, oh, it's just me, by the way. No, I didn't choose. It just happened. But you have the compass. That is, you understand how powerful it is. Like, it is the thing that always keeps you in the present moment. Like, it always keeps you aligned. It always keeps you doing what you have to do. Like, if you could see your like future self, and I don't believe in these terms like in plain English, but to put it somehow, if you could see it in a sense, then you see your entire mission, another word that I hate, but let's say it's a mission, but it's a mission that you do because you're always following what you want to do, right? So it's like what actively excites you. When it then reveals itself at the end, once it's done, you're like, oh my God, like there was this whole plan written out here. You know, it's like when a tree starts growing, if someone's really smart, like a scientist or something, they could probably be able to study the DNA when they're just like a little seed, and they can probably draw an AI picture of how it's going to look by the end. So it's like that, but not cursed, in the sense that, of course, the real tree is going not to look exactly like the AI. It's going to have its own unique, beautiful things that the AI could never reproduce. But I'm saying, like, it's going to look pretty similar. You know what I'm saying? So that's already all written out inside of you. Like your stupidity moments, like all the times that I failed, all the mistakes that I made, even when I was doing things right and following my passion and highest excitement. All that struggle, all that suffering, everything is already imprinted onto you, onto the invisible part of you. It's like that stuff that you can't see, man. So that's why you have to follow the hunches and the stuff that doesn't make sense, but because you can't see it. And then you'll experience some crazy shit. Like when I was following the highest excitement the highest excitement of that moment was like, okay, let's try to make a singing chorus that is like this and it's like that. I'm like, oh, another singing chorus, fuck me, like I'm just a scammer, like people say online, you know. I'm like, I just keep making choruses and I'm a piece of shit, like I don't know, man, like. And then it reveals itself, like, no, it's like if I wanted to make a chorus now, because I'm like, let's say I'm like from the mind, I get mental about it, I'm like, no, I need to drop a new course because I can see that the bills were raised because of hyperinflation. So, yeah, I have 8 courses now, maybe one more in the price range of 20 to 40. That's where most people buy. Yeah, and then I just like add some exercises from this guy and I just start stealing stuff just grab. No, you know, like, it wouldn't sell because that's not how life works. The tree analogy resonated for you. That's not how it operates. You know, it can't just start thinking like, okay, I'm going to keep growing as a tree. Okay, let me just like copy this other tree and like let's try to grow a little version of that tree within my tree, like a little parasite. No, it's like it doesn't make sense. You have to be yourself, right? So the mind can operate like that. I was like, new business idea, okay, blah, blah, blah. But the soul does not. So while you could see externally like, oh, he has a business and 2,000 singers join, it's like, oh, how did he do that? He make a plan? It's like, no, bro, like I was following as a little retarded kid. I should have separated the analogy. As a little kid or something, like, I mean retarded because to the adults, kids are these beautiful creatures and stuff, but in a sense, it's like, if you as an adult act like a kid, they see you as retarded. So that's weird. Let's not go down that analysis road. So I just kept doing what I wanted to do like that. It's like a kid wakes up, he wants to go to a park. That's what I did, okay? I'm not saying it was easy. I did struggle with depression, all these things like that, but that's the compass. That is the gift. Okay, so I also experienced this being perceived as a gifted kid. And this is probably what wraps everything together. Because like, I remember my parents being so impressed by my smarts, by my mind. I was like, oh, he's so good at mathematics. I'm not actually, I wasn't. But like, I'm just saying, pretend maybe it was like literature or some of those bullshit subjects, or just like the overall subjects, like all of them. Maybe I got all A's and I was a gifted kid, right? Okay, well then, no, the depression starts because I'm like, well, I'm doing things that I'm excelling, sure, at stuff that I don't want to do. So it's like taking the ADHD pills. It's like, yeah, I'm like concentrated now, but I hate this bullshit. If I didn't hate it, and it was something that I actually cared about, all that devotion that is being stolen from you through the pills, so you work for this world instead of for you. So you work to serve someone else. You serve the elites. You serve the powers that govern people, the presidents, the god of this world. Basically, you're working for him. No wonder the etymology of work in Spanish is torture, right? Yeah, because like, imagine if all that devotion was being put onto you, and people might again hear this and they're like, oh yeah, okay, let me just make a plan with ChatGPT. Like, ChatGPT, what's my soul's passion? It's like, it doesn't work like that. Like, craft a 3-month plan so I get this. Again, no, like, it's sorry, but it's not the case. You are better off starting whenever you can, but it's not going to feel like this dopaminic surge of, okay, I need to start. It's like backed with adrenaline. It's not really how the soul works. The soul doesn't give a shit about anything. So it's like, I just feel like doing this. Like, that's it. Like, you almost can't help it. I'm not going to be the fufu spiritual type, which is like, everyone is fine. Everyone is already saved. Everyone is perfect. It's like, no, I mean, people are suffering. Yes, I do believe in them, but like, they're suffering. You can't just say that to them and hope that makes everything okay. You see, like, it's not, I don't think it's conducive to anything good. It's just like being condescending almost, right? So I'm trying to be so real, at least as real as I can, so you know that it's not going to be easy. But like, when you get to the other side, which, I mean, it's always the present moment, but you have to use words somehow. It's like, it was worth it, you know? It's like, okay, like, now I'm free. Like, I can, sure, I'm not rich, sure, I'm not super secure in this, like, no one is, you know? Like, eventually you also realize that. It's like, they go to their jobs and it's like, yeah, okay, so each month I'll get money, right? You can see this video, maybe you'll find it interesting. It's super interesting, actually, if you're resonating with these topics. You're like, this month, like all other months, I will get a paycheck, right? Yeah, well, isn't it interesting that when you know things are going to happen, you're either a really good psychic, which they don't exist, right? Because if they existed, everyone would have predicted the Bitcoin rise and everyone would be a millionaire. I know that's not how it works economically speaking, but you know what I'm saying? Or everyone would have betted on the winning matches each time of the World Cup, but that didn't happen. Not saying that they're not fixed, but I'm just saying. So if you know what's going to happen, you're either a really good psychic, which we just disproved, it's not the case, or it already happened. So it's like, I know what happened in the past because it already happened. So when you know you're going to get a paycheck, it's sort of like living in the past, because you're like, yeah, that's already happened last month, so why couldn't it happen this month, I suppose? Like, it's just, it repeats, like it's a cycle, right? Well, the security that you attach to this cycle, this devotion, as you might know, it is also not as strong, I guess, as you would think. Like, sure, I understand, like, when you have a lot of bills to pay. I mean, I haven't been able to pay my internet for 2 months, and I'm constantly worried they cut it out, because I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying, like, and I did pay the, like, 1 month, so I didn't accumulate 2 months of that, which makes it so they might cut it. It's not like You know, it's not like a deep crisis. It's always like a little bit of, you know, I wish I had more money. Like, yeah, like this is what I'm saying. Like, you're good. Like, you're good because like you don't, they don't let you reach that level where you have like I'm fucked. It's like it feels like a little bit bad because the mind fantasizes like, but if I have $2 million, then I could never have to worry about my internet ever. It's like, bro, your internet got cut and stop serving you the connection like any day for any reason. Like it could break. It happened a lot of times. Your neighbor could touch a cable and you're fucked for months until they fix it. So you see, this is what I mean, like by the mind imagines, well, but because I'm following my soul passion, I'm fucked. Like I can barely afford the internet. I'm constantly worried that it'll cut it. It's like, first of all, the mind is stupid because if I look back 7 years that I've been paying my own internet, it's like there was not a single month pretty much that I couldn't pay it on time. It's like it happens once, which is this time, and the mind's like, oh no, we're a failure. We should kill ourselves. And it's like, oh my god. Okay, so but then you can also see from that example, it's like, oh, so secure. If I pay it, it'll always be there. No, bro. Again, just look at this video. It's like anything could happen. So it's the same thing for the job. It's like you think if you keep going, it's like it's so secure. Like it's the past. Like you always know what happened in the past because it's the past. It's like it feels tangible. Okay, next month I'll get paid. But if you really no, right, it's like you could get fired, this could happen, blah, blah, blah. So the security is actually mental. It's just so strong, the conditioning, that it reaches the body and it sort of overrides that fear that we should be purging, in the sense of if we live from the soul alignment, you will have no choice but to purge it, because like how else are you going to keep going? You have to eventually every day a little less of fear, you know, it is like a bit of fear is extracted from your system and it is purged permanently. But it could be a lot of fear, because if it wasn't a lot of fear, then people wouldn't be going to work at something they don't want to do. You know, if you're not fearful of living in the street or not having enough to eat, you'd be like, okay, so I'll just do what I want to do, and then if that starts working out, that's cool, you know? Like, sure, I'll be hungry, but like, it's the fear that drives you. So then you have this layer of fear, which is making you do things you don't want to do because you're scared. I understand, it is so traumatizing. And then you throw the amphetamines or whatever you want to call them on top, and you're like, oh my god, I'm being so productive now. Hopefully this girl meant like for her project or something, best case scenario. That could be a period. I mean, I did it. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. Like, I used it for my soul project way more than I used it for my office job. But it's crazy to see in real time how people see themselves as disabled when it's in fact like it's your soul's calling, just fragmented and distorted and trying to be abused and exploited and stolen by this world. It is kind of heartbreaking, isn't it? Like they know your greatness. Like I'm not the spiritual fufu kind to be like, you're going to be rich, you're going to do this, you're amazing, you're the 1%. Like it's just to appease the ego. At the same time, they know your greatness. You know, it's like it's not an achieving, effortful type of greatness. Like, oh, I have a business. Oh, how did he do it? Did he consult an accountant for the planning or the planification of did he study business? Did he blah, 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 blah. It's like, bro, I was just following my intuition like a little kid. Sure, you could perceive that way from the external once it's done. But in the beginning, everyone's going to be like, oh, he's a scammer. Oh, he's retarded. Oh, he doesn't know what he's doing. Blah, blah, blah. But you have to obviously ignore those voices, because it's like this. If you believe them, let's call it a spell. You see, if I tell you right now, I love you, and you're the best person I've ever seen, and you're beautiful, and you believe me, it's like, that's a cool little spell, isn't it? Like, ideally, you would know this from your own self. But if you truly believe me, like at your core, and it doesn't just reach your ego. It's like more dopamine, you know, like how girls mostly, but also guys, of course, they are addicted to getting likes on Instagram and comments, like how hot they are or whatever. That is reaching the ego. If they could believe that at their core, then they wouldn't need other people to keep telling it to them to sort of feed their endless supply of seeking dopamine. But what I'm saying is different. If it reaches you, like you didn't know you were beautiful or something, it's just a hypothetical example, and I tell you, you're so beautiful, like seriously, inside out, like from the inside, from the outside, whatever, right? And you're like, oh my god, yeah, like it's like you see that expression, I just made it like you get hypnotized because you always thought you were not beautiful, and now you're like, oh, you're right, oh my god, you're right, like so obvious. You integrate it, so that would be sort of a good spell. But the spells that the world will throw at you usually is something like, hey, you're not enough, or like you're gross, or when you start doing something that you're passionate about, which is how this connects. They'll be like, yeah, that'll never work out. Or just you making videos, like, bro, look outside, dude. Like everyone's dying. Like it's hard to get to the end of the month. It's true, right? But if you accept it, you see, it's true, yeah, outside. But if you accept it, well, then it'll be true for you. And I'm not the new age spiritual people. They're like, your beliefs, you manifest your beliefs because you are the world projected inside out and blah, 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 blah. Just change your beliefs, change your... No, it is a lie, but it's mixed in with a little bit of truth. And the truth is what I just said. It's plain, it's simple. A kid could get it. It's like, if you're not looking for something, okay, if you're not open to the idea of life becoming easy for you in the sense that you can just follow your soul's passion and then that will provide for you shelter and food and whatever you need. If you're not open to that, how could you find it? That's what I'm saying. It's like if I'm looking for the color red around this house in an object and I'm like, I'm not gonna look because I don't believe in it. It's like, how else could I find it? It's like, it's so obvious. It's not even a spiritual teaching. I could tell it to a kid and they could get it. So that's what I'm saying. And then they distort it, and then the new age people are so schizophrenic and psychotic. They're like, you just change your beliefs. I'm changing my beliefs. Now I believe I'm rich. Now I believe I deserve richness. I'm not secretly scared of a 40,000 payment on PayPal because I saw some new age holistic coach and people are like, your nervous system is secretly scared of receiving a lot of money. That's why you're pushing it away. But I can help you fix it. Just give me $2,000. Actually, 2,222. And I will help you feel your karmic wound. Until, you know, like they have the solution again. It disempowers you. It is a negative spell masquerading as a healing positive spell. No, bro, this is the real healing. If someone, even one person ever watched this video fully, this is the real healing because it's real. I'm not like pretending. I'm telling you it's hard. I'm telling you this is how it happens. It's like, that is real. Whatever they are doing, like, oh, I'm gonna do the method of being rich with Joe Dispenza, just self-hypnosis. Okay, you still have to work in the morning, you know. It's like, I don't know how these people do it. I think I made a video about this, and it's like they would literally be able to tell someone to their face, like they're struggling to pay rent, or like just manifest that, just imagine, like sit in the bathroom and imagine that you have a Lamborghini, like that's it. It's like, bro, like holy shit, you know, like that's the stuff that I tried when I was 11 years old and it didn't work. So I was like, okay, this doesn't work. Or I remember I tried it when I was 11. I wanted to manifest, I think the book was the famous one, like The Secret or whatever. And I wanted to manifest like a gaming computer because my parents never got me one or something. And I started doing it, right? But at the same time, I maybe do the visualization like 30 minutes, let's say for a week max. And then, yeah, 3 months later I have one. But it's like, I was begging my parents to get me one. It's like, yeah, you could conclude it was your manifestation skills. Or if a girl is like, I think I saw one case, but on Instagram, I don't know. It was like, I manifested my, like whatever, right? Money. And then they're like doing OnlyFans, or their husband is the one like making the money. It's like, I mean, it's like, it is tangible that you didn't manifest it. It is like realistic that it came through a different source. Like I asked my parents to buy me the computer. So yeah, you can, these spiritual people, they can pretend like everything can be fixed on the astral. But it's like, you're not in the astral, dude. Like this took me so long to understand. Like I really didn't want to be here physically. So I was like, anything that will take me out of this pain. And that included the ADHD pills and extreme like meditation escapism as well. So if you don't like ground yourself and follow your highest excitement and your intuition and your guidance, if you see someone telling you you are not the best guru, they are full of shit, you know? You are your own best guru. You are your own best guide and light and compass, and you should always follow it, because this world is against you, but I'm not, okay? And I don't have anything to sell you, so that kind of helps me right now, because you know, when I started conveying my singing message for 5 years, I was doing it for free, as you can see in these videos or whatever. Then I make a first course, and everyone's like switches up a little bit, and like, oh, scammer, a little evil, like money's evil, you know? And it's not really, but it's interesting, at least right now, to be like I don't have anything to sell you, because you don't know me, right? So I'm like, you could be like, this guy could have an agenda, and it's like, no, first of all, I want you to do this. Second of all, I don't have anything to sell you. So if you resonated with this, you might as well just integrate it, because it will help you. And then in the future, maybe I will have something to sell, but I can't control it, because if that happens, it's because I just generally got excited one night and started working my ass off through excitement and for excitement, from excitement, you could say, because I thought like it'd be so great to share this, like a little kid, you know, like they make you a little painting, a drawing, and everyone's like, oh, nice, you know, like not in a condescending way, especially towards a kid. But again, if you do it as an adult, they'll be like, maybe switch careers, maybe don't dedicate yourself to art, like, bruh. So, so I bring the shitty paintings in the beginning, and usually when I bring them in the beginning, they're free, because I know they're shitty, right? But then as I keep going, I improve my craft. I'm like, I'm a good singing teacher, and I'm gonna start charging. It's like, why could I keep doing it for free? And then everyone's like, and you have to ignore them and just keep going, because like, what is more important than freedom? So I love you.